Hello, this is Particle Fleet Emergence, Creep World Chronicle. Oh, you can't do that. You can't make it spin. This is by Knucklecracker, same as Creep World 3. Yeah, I like it. Do the prologue. Come on. Give a man a mask and he will show his true face. Somewhere in redacted space. Prepare to drop out of the rift. Oh, he's Skyrim again. Sir, the particulate threat is massive. The info cache is here. Engage. Jump complete, sir. Odin's name is true, it was all true. We have retrieved the info cache. Your orders, sir? Extract the contents. Prepare it for rift transmission. Sir, the power drain will be massive, making it impossible to jump. I know, Lakshmi, the data. It has been an honor. I understand. Transmission prepared. Sending. Crew, know that we do not fall in vain. You were the finest crew. Like all others before, Hale Corporation was lost. At last, they rested. Almost nothing remained. Except a single and final transmission. Right. Oh, I'm going to don't want to force unlock all missions. That's not what I want to do. Story. Is there a way to? Because obviously I've done this game before. Guess if you Steam Cloud. Oh well. Okay, what I've done, as you can see, I've completed all the missions. So we should go. First mission. Right, default fleet, sandbox fleet. Am I on here? enter the password all. Filters. Apply. I don't know then. Let's go. There's a sandbox fleet option, but we're doing default fleet. Greetings, associates. Before we embark on our great journey, our COO Amicus will review operating procedures. Please pay close attention as the success of our venture depends on your actions. Right, thank you. Make the simulator run perfect and show Chairman Tycoon. Is that this dude? It is. Yeah. All prepared. Remember, this corporate ship isn't only our headquarters, it is also our home. The fate of the entire company rests in your capable hands. First up, select the HQ from the command bar. Choose location to jump into. It's an energy mine. Oh. No. It should be there. Is it not? Oh, it's controls. Oh yeah, I love that. Excellent work, crew. Excellent. As you've been briefed, we anticipate numerous energy sources to be scattered throughout Redacted Space. Acquiring and using their energy will be key to our operations. We anticipate many shattered worlds in Redacted Space full of remnants of once great worlds. We can use that mass for additional energy production. See some remnant land here in the simulator. Select and build an Omni on it. Once built, it will mire the land and use it for energy production. Omnis can be built. They can go in space or over land. They're only operational when they're on land. They need energy, as you can see, energy similar to the Scriptpod 3. Yeah, energy green packets. When someone is built mire the land, you get increased energy production. Yeah, green is mines, blue is mire. They're 9 and 2.8. Everything included a lathe. I haven't got anything selected. Sure, I should have mired. That's all the land, so. Oh, I don't know, maybe. But yeah, it's similar to the previous one. This is the energy storage. Want them on. Yeah, so far we just have this. Let's cancel. Next up, ship construction. We've acquired a Galcorp ship schematic license for a single lathe. The lathe has a remote command bridge, engine lathe, and laser defense systems. Used for creating energy mines instead of moving our HQ into potentially dangerous locations. I have the ship to finish building. So I'll talk about the kind of the way the game works. Probably once I finish the tutorial, to be honest, because it might explain it. Yeah, this game is running at 30. And it runs at 30 and 4 times speed, although there's not much here. Ships constructed in space and require energy from nearby energy mines to build by the modules. Select. Now review ship movement. So basically, we can each ship we build is operated remotely via encrypted terabit quantum links. We establish full telepresence for any associate operator. Via a command interface, select a ship, move and click where you want it to go. Fair enough. The engines will move it there. And because it's now doing stuff, it's using energy. You click, drag and release. Oh yeah, you can do this. To rotate it. Sometimes it's a bit weird. Oh yeah, you can also, if you hold down M, if you scroll you can rotate it. If you hold down M, you rotate it very finely. If you hold down E, so if I go over here it will turn and then go that direction. If I hold down E, it won't change its orientation. Alright, yeah, we also have a destroyer. So there are various weapons modules. So they've got these things, cannons. These are lasers from the front. Lasers, very short range, are the best, they're the most energy efficient weapon in the game. They're very short range, but they are the most energy efficient. All different, they're good for different things. The destroyer does not have very much firepower, but it does have some firepower. But destroyer now, view the threat and mission status. You can zoom out a long way. We've obtained information regarding a potential threat in Redacted Space. As you know, all records on Redacted Space are sealed by the Galactic Corporation. Entry into Redacted Space is punishable by forfeiture of all assets. That doesn't sound great. Now, we're planning to go there. Over the centuries, there have been contagious ventures, often by the insane or desperate chiefs of failed corporations. Nobody who went there ever came back, except one. And that is that single exception we've come to possess. A message encrypted and only recently deciphered by our Chief Technology Officer, Anna just makes me think of Overwatch. Anna. Associates, the encryption was not easy to break. Took a while. Description of a mindless threat that was attracted to engine technology. Self-replicating, it could be temporarily defeated and pushed back, but would always return. I've heard rumours of it. We've approached an approximation. It's particulate. If it's red, send it to oblivion. Engage. This is a particle emitter. Oh, this energy man. As much as it might not be smart to get the HQ in. It doesn't really matter. So the way the ships work is they have various cells. So this dark grey is armour, the light grey is just kind of hull, and there's various cells with modules on them. Engine, without the engine, they move at that speed. And they can rotate. With the engine, if they're moving forwards, or close to forwards, they get the speed boost. And it does take into account how many engines and how much mass they have. Talk about the various modules. Cannons fire a single shot, destroy a single particle, or they do 1 damage to a single particle. Particles can have increased health, but we haven't met that yet. Lasers do kind of damage over time, but they're actually very efficient. So we've got to target these. These things are reactors. They produce energy to be stored on that ship in question. This is the bridge. Oh, the lathes deconstruct and construct things. If the bridge goes down, it gets destroyed. This is the special bridge for the corporate HQ. If that gets destroyed, it jumps away to safety, and your energy network goes offline. Usually. That's how it's done. Results of the simulation need further reviews. Energy will be a problem. Everyone's been selected because they're amazing. Yeah. There you go. That's a terrible time. 59 seconds. I mean, you could do it much quicker, and I was not being particularly rapid there because I was explaining it. Indelible. I do like this. Show you what's happening. This headphone cable getting caught is very annoying. Oh yeah, there's also a ship editor where you can build your own ships, and that's what the sandbox fleet is. You can do it with your own custom thingamabob. What am I trying to say? Custom fleet. Jump complete. We've entered Redacted Space. The new sensor readings. There is an articulate threat here. There are 2 emitters. Odd. There's substantial wreckage. Energy crystals, which are a bit like they're energy pods. The 2 tech modules. Wait, 2? Where's the other one? Oh, there. That's an Omni. There's a spatial plasma in this region. It slows the particle down, but it decays. We're going to retrieve them. Already on it. Stand ready. Doesn't unpause. Good. What's the range on that? Destroyer. Let's build the lathe. Yeah, so this is producing 3 energy per second. Energy's weird. Like, it's all the same type of energy, but the maximum a ship can actually be given is 30 per second, because the game calculates, it runs at 30 FPS. I mean, it's recording at 60, but I'm getting 30 FPS, and it calculates 30 frames a second. Is the way it works. Once you've got that, you need to go over here. License for another Omni. Recommend we build it. Yeah. That might be useful. I don't have enough ships to defend against all this. Got 2 lathes and a destroyer. I'll put the Omni here. Energy is shared. Additional lathe. Yeah, recommend immediate construction. Yeah, I'm doing that. So yeah, the different ranges. The red one is for lasers. The next one is for the lathe, and the orangish one is for the cannons. I need that to finish building the lathe module. So you can get that energy, just in case. Now you'll notice that this is actually out of range of all my other energy sources. But the ships have their own internal energy supply. So, I mean, actually, if the HQ goes like down here, probably send these dudes up. I don't have enough ships. That circle you can see on the emitter. Emitter means it's in recall mode because there's something close to it. So yeah, the various cells of the hull, that scared the life out of me, take damage individually. And then they can be repaired. But if the hull, if the cell that if the cell a module is on gets destroyed, that module gets destroyed. So all the particles crashing into the front of this lathe. There you go. So it's lost some of the front end. It could potentially have lost the lathe module itself. Head licenses, energy crystals, dual particle emitters. We didn't expect this much, this close to the edge. Came for answers, and I believe we will have them soon. Yeah, they just take no time at all. Similar to the pre-world game. Unwise. This game's a lot shorter. There's an instability in the jump out of rift space. I'll adjust. What do we have here? That thing. Nah. Use Omnis to defeat the emitter. I shall do that. So we keep all our stuff. Perhaps the significant threats in the system have something to do with it. Steady crew, what do you make of it? Wreckage, got an Omni, a thingamabob. That thing. Emitters are stronger and they will emit particles that are bound together. Does simulation predict this? Yes, but you know, she thought we'd have a bit of time for that. An info cache. Perhaps that will contain the logs of a long lost corporate HQ. Perhaps it would be useful for our own survival. Maybe. Okay, I'll be able to get that. With the lathes. Couple of omnis. So if you look at here, you can see how much energy the corporate HQ has. This red bar is energy usage. It's not massively accurate. Like it can be a bit misleading. So he's moving really slowly because his engine hasn't finished building yet. Interesting, I've never seen this ship design. It isn't currently available in the Galcorp inventories. If integrated the license is activated successfully, hidden design, particle beam and a missile launcher on this guy. 2 engines. It's pretty fast. Missiles, they're guided missiles. Particle beam will slow down particulate, but it will also remove red plasma, repair blue plasma. He likes shooting stuff. I need this energy. So you see if these particles are actually bound together. I want to show these. There aren't any, but I want to show them anyway. Need more energy. I don't remember it being quite this difficult in previous attempts. Oh well. Right. My energy production will be going up slowly. Yeah, 3.3, 3.4. Yeah, if they hit the land over here, it shouldn't matter. I need this Jovan to be finished. And then I'll start attacking. I had marred that one cell down there. So yeah, the majority of this game takes place in space. Like your ships are in space. The Omnis, the only things you can send on land. So this is a missile launcher. The missiles are homing. Particle beam is going to use enormous amounts of energy. Because that's what they do. So please finish marring this land. See, the enemy is also, the particles are also marring the land. I need to hurry up. You guide this, because if they hit this land, they will take care of remiring it. Get over there. Another one has been added to our license inventory. Well, that one to go there. There's no one to go there, actually. destroyer. I can go down there. I want to build that Omni down there. See, they will shoot at the mire. Go over there. And the lathes can collect this. I need more I need more Omnis. The cache is unencrypted but only partially preserved. It's very old, which is a version of data compression that is ancient. It accesses some of the data. Most of the data is telemetry and a mess. There's one entry from a personal log. Chairman Ragnall, the particulate emitters have been growing stronger in each system. Unless fate is mocking us, the particulate must be communicating across systems. If so, then our theories about the particulate must be correct, and if these theories are correct, then the Galactic Corporation, House Abraxas, and the ruling board have all kept a terrible secret for too long. Abraxas, we know that name. That's all we can get. Yeah, they fell decades ago and there hasn't been a ruling board nearly as long. It remained a secret, whatever it was. Right, the HQ should be there. Guard that. They can shoot over land. I was really hoping that would hit a particle. They can shoot over land, but they can't attack if they themselves are over land. The emitter. Have you finished yet? Yeah, you have. Right, come on. If you look there, there's actually a field there that will push the particles like that way. It'd be quicker if I just build another building on me again down here. They might start firing cannons. Mire. Or land. Omnis are incredibly useful. Yeah, they do have health, so as the creeper there, they just have health. Any readings that might lead to the origin world? Hope that none. Hope there be something. If we don't find the origin world, all of this could be for nothing. It will push on. Insanity. Is it doing the same thing over and over again without expecting different results or something, isn't it? Wonder where we're supposed to start. Here. Status report. It's odd. Emitters show different energy readings. There's more of a pattern or rhythm to their energy output compared to images we've previously encountered. There'd be more complicated stuff. Particles with greater intensity. It's got more health. Might have the capacity to create red plasma in space. She experimented with it, but she can never make it work. Hogan, shoot stuff. I love that. You must engage the particle regardless of its intensity. I was hoping you'd say that. I like Hogan. Right. A bit of an anomaly down there. I really hate the way this telephone cable gets caught on my collar that I have to wear. I have to wear shirts with buttons. So that I can clip my microphone on. But it's kind of annoying. Oh, I do not have enough energy. Surprisingly, I have insufficient energy. Never would have seen that one coming. A cruiser class. This seems pretty solid. Two missile launchers, 2 cannons, particle beam, and lasers. Right, I'm going to run out of energy soon. Particulates have created hostile energy mines. These closely mirror the ones we've built. And it's got a cannon. And they didn't use a lathe. That's just rudimentary pattern replication capacity. Be the logical conclusion. This is now part of the behaviour. What will come next? I don't know. Well, I do know. Kind of know. This cruiser will probably be helpful. You stand there and defend that. Cruiser, sit there. Anomaly there. Cruiser is significantly more powerful than the destroyer. Not that the destroyer is actually that bad. It's actually relatively decent. Not that I actually have enough energy or anything. You come down here. Don't go over there. Do build an Omni here though. I guess I can only move one of them. They didn't seem to want to let me move the other one. Doesn't seem to like me selecting more than one at once, does it? Are they coming round up there? No, they're all just. Any of them escaping? Let's give additional Omni. Should prove useful. Are any of these getting out? Does this explode? I can't remember. Let's turn off the fields. I like to have the fields on so I can see where everything's going. But it does allow you to see where everything's going. I don't think that's actually escaping at all. Or anything. So there's energy miners shooting. And my ships will shoot down that thing's shots with their cannons. But they're not. They don't always hit. I mean, they can't miss, but sometimes they don't fire, or they won't fire in time, or they will fire at something else. What you got there? Do that. Somebody can come all the way down here. Okay, it'll probably be quicker again to do this. Send you up there. And you. And you. Okay, they have a single laser, the lathes. Yeah, energy mines are constructed from having enemy ones. Enemy Maya will just spontaneously start building them. And then this lathe is instantly undoing it, as you can see there. Also, when particles hit energy sources, it starts to create energy mines as well. Yeah, when a particle hits land, it mires the nearest cell, unmired cell. The nearest cell that isn't mired with that in that colour. So the red bullet will mire the nearest cell that hasn't got red mire on it. If that nearest cell has got blue mire on it, it will remove the blue mire, but not actually place any mire itself. You can't place your own energy mines on top of mired land, enemy mired land. Obviously you can do it on top of friendly mired land, otherwise it'd be silly. The corporate HQ's down there just to if I move up here, if they start attacking. They do. You go there. You should be able to destroy that emitter. Which should help quite a bit. because then it will drastically reduce the flow of particles into this loop. I can't set waypoints for ships. I can set waypoints for all the movement. If I say to go via here. Ooh. You just move straight like that. Alright, come on. The concentration should decrease drastically in a second. Yeah, I like to have the fields on because you can see exactly where the particle is going to go. Yeah, there we go. This is going to make those particles angry, probably. For cache, very preserved, strange is nearly empty. As if someone took a fresh cache, wrote a few records to it, and then jettisoned it. Bah ha ha ha. May the gods have mercy on us. No, no, why bother? Everything is nothing, nothing is everything, nothing will happen again and again and again and again. And then it repeats and again several thousand times, and then ends. The insane aren't always blinded by delusion. Sometimes they just see too much reality. There's another one up there. A hammer would be quite nice. Move you back, otherwise you're going to get destroyed. The number of enemy particles in particular is, I think, going down. Because if I shove the lathes, there are a lot of particles there. If I shove the lathe, if I move the lathes in, they're all trying to attack me. Like this. Got rid of the particles. Can't deny that. So in a sense, it did its job. You got there. Go over there. I like the way the lathe stays pointing the same direction as it turns around. Yeah. Right. You lot. Over here. Your ships will also move more slowly through plasma, through red plasma. do need to get rid of all these particles though. I guess I've got rid of all the particles somehow. Engine-wise really don't have very much health. Right, you don't go up there. You go up there. We have faced unforeseen threats and overcome them. We have also collected valuable information that should lead us forwards in our search for the truth. And that'll be all for this video.